Well, Greg, you saw it from the sideline. How pretty was this win against Northwestern on Saturday?
It's costly win. Too many injuries. They lose 2 offensive linemen, Turner Corcoran and Ethan Piper, for the season. Both underwent surgery already, and Billy Kemp gets hurt, so another wide receiver down. But the defense definitely put lipstick on a pig there to save the day. They played their butts off, and offense, a little bit of growing pains still happening there, but Heinrich Harburg stepped up and connected with Malachi Coleman there, and the place just went crazy. That's the loudest I've heard it inside the stadium this season. So the crowd was into it, and all in all, you take the win definitely, and like you said, now they're in control of their own destiny, and I still kind of think it's comical people talking about Nebraska having a chance to win the West and go to Indy and get beat by about 70 points by whoever comes out of the East. But hey, that's the reality we're living in right now, and just unfortunate with the injuries, kind of putting a damper on things, because the team was riding pretty high after that victory.
Heinrich Harburg got his customary more carries than everybody else by the time it shook out. So they are still placing a lot on him in the run game, of course. Emmett Johnson had 12 carries and Anthony Grant only 6. What do we make?
Emmett Johnson got the start over Anthony Grant, actually.
Great game. Yeah.
So, that's about the way the carries were just, distributed. So, it's just whoever starts is whoever had the best week in practice and didn't drop the ball. It took care of the ball more. So, you're going to keep seeing that platoon of those two and Josh Fleeks as the season goes along, because right now, you're decimated with injuries on that offense. Like Matt Rule said, Saturday, 10 of the 12 starters will be all underclassmen against Purdue. So, you've lost a lot of your senior leadership now due to injury. So it's pretty rough, but, they're still happy with what they got. They still think they have guys, good enough players to win games, and, next man up mentality. And this is what all the hard work they've done and all the reps that everybody's taken, gets people ready to go. And, they can come right in and play right away. So that's been very helpful. You saw that on the defensive side when, James Williams was inserted in and ended up with a sack and a half or whatever it was. And, a guy that everybody was like, who? Nobody had ever heard of this guy. He was, on the scout squad, on the scout team. So, that's just a testament to these coaches, all the way around, every room there, everybody's had plenty of reps, and nobody gets in there and doesn't know what to do. So, you're replacing 3 new starters on the offensive line, but when you think about it, 2 of them have been starters before, in Teddy Prohaska and Henry Lutofsky, and then, you got Evans Williams, who's already been playing games already this season. So, you're not throwing in 3 new offensive linemen that don't have experience. So that definitely helps. But they can't afford any more injuries anywhere, really. It's just sad that when you see people getting banged up and then you find out they're done for the year. It's just happened way too many times this season.
Yeah, and one thing that I do try to tell Husker fans to kind of stay somewhat positive is if we looked at this depth chart with all the injuries at this point of the season, coming into the year, and you asked us what our record would be, I would not probably have said 4-3 with a chance to potentially, like we said, we control our own destiny. The likelihood isn't high, but with a chance to control our own destiny and be able to make it to the West, I think a lot of us would have really, really been perfectly okay with that. I know there's a lot of emotion right now just because the offense is struggling so much, but to our point earlier about the camaraderie and just having those connections, it's like each time that we start to kind of have, some consistency on the field with the players, it's just like one more injury comes. And it's just so, I've, in a way, I'm kind of impressed with how Satterfield's handled it. It's just like the turnovers and stuff like that, of course. But yeah, just like if you told us coming in the year that these would be the injuries that we had, I think we would have a way different, judgment of where we're at now.
And all the coaches, have been asked if they've ever seen anything like this, and none of them have ever seen a team get decimated like that, during the season. So
yeah, there's a lot of people asking too about, is it an issue with coaching? But the thing is, it's like some of these are ligaments, some of these are, it's not one consistent thing. They're not just muscular, they're not just soft tissue. There's ligaments and all kinds of stuff. So I don't necessarily think it's anything to do with strength and conditioning or anything like that.
those are all contact injuries.
Yeah, it's just a lot of bad luck right now.
I mean, Ethan Piper got hit on the side of his knee, and
Yeah,
Teddy and Turner Corcoran got his foot stepped on, and Billy Kemp got his knee folded over, and it's it doesn't have anything to do with their strength and conditioning.
Not at all. So
they're in top-notch shape.
Yeah, just to get ahead of that question.
Yeah.